best.
So he's looking like the point champion.
So let me just put it to you this way right now. I'm looking at the Deuce squad. He's got the #1 quarterback in the league in Phillip Rivers. I'm sure everybody knows that. He's got Darren McFadden. He's got Chris Johnson. He's got Stevie Johnson from Buffalo. He's got Dwayne Bowie. He's got Greg Jennings. And then he's getting V-Jax back this year. And then he has Chris Cooley as a tight end. You know, like, that's just not fair. You know, it's just like Niner Nation. I'm not hating on you, but I just actually just respect your, you pretty much stole Dwayne Bowie from Men of Troy. For Ricky Williams for Dwayne Bowie, that's like that's like highway robbery. You just put him over and just bent him over and just like took advantage of the guy. Steve Johnson, that was a smart waiver wire pickup. Vincent Jackson, like 2 weeks ago, you picked him up, and you're about to start him first game of the week this year. So I'm telling you right now, nothing against Eric Eface. It doesn't even matter who Eric has. We don't even have to talk about his squad. But it's gonna be hard for anybody to break Eric Niner Nation, unless like his top 5 guys like get injured in the same game. It's gonna be hard for anybody. And I know Eric has got Mike Goodson, he's got Brady, he's got Ben Jarvis. I know he's got Michael Skolston. He's got Marino. I don't even really think it matters, but the boy, I'm just saying right now, Niner Nation, he's got it.
I mean, I definitely think he has one of the top wide receiver cores. CBS has them with a 7-point advantage.
I don't even think that's not even close.
This is the first time.
I think it's more 70.
This is the first time you and me can disagree. I'm going Eric Eface.
With Niner Nation, #2 in the NFC. I see you right on my tail.
And you gave a great breakdown of Niner Nation. Here's why I got Eface. I got Tom Brady going against Detroit on Thanksgiving. Hello. Green Ellis against Detroit. Hello. Moreno going against the Rams. Hello. Bolden going against Tampa. Hello. Goodson going against Cleveland. So, I mean, I'm going to go ahead. I go with the underdog, and I got Eric Eface.
All right, and I just want to let you know, San Diego is, like I said, they're still the #1 offense in the league, but they're also going against Indy. You know how bad like Indy's defense has been. Vincent Jackson is going against Indy again. It's just Greg Jennings. It's just these guys are just. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who they're facing. Even if it's Pittsburgh Steelers, they're still gonna get their numbers. So I guess we have to disagree. I'm going with Niner Nation. He's going with Eface.
Simple. So it should be a good game.
Yes,
it also has a lot of implication for playoffs and whatnot, because in my division, pretty much the top 4
all have the same record.
Have the same record.
Yes.
Let's hop into a bye week with the real Ventiocho going against. Let's talk about Last Dragon. What's your opinion on that situation?
Let me put it this way: I did whatever was in the best of my ability to try to not let somebody decided to leave the league.
Absolutely, you did.
I put my best effort in.
Shout out to HPAs. That's
like I said. The man obviously made a choice to do that, and like I said, it's a prerogative that he had. He didn't pay yet and stuff like that. With the waiver money we're gonna get from everybody, we're gonna be able to cover his games.
Thanks to me.
So that is that. But let's give a little bit of props to John on his squad. He's you definitely know. He's got Big Ben over there. He's got Ray Rice. He's got Danny Woodhead. He's got Andre Johnson. Brandon Marshall is hurt, so he's probably not gonna pay for it.
Before he got hurt.
Actually, you heard John. Even before he got hurt, he wasn't doing anything for him. You know what? But the other thing about it also is, John. I did ask John for Brandon Marshall at a time when John probably could have actually stole 2 of my players for him. But John did not even want to talk anybody. He was.
Did you a favor?
I guess he did me a favor. I just know next time not to trade with John. But it's just what it is. But his squad. He's got a pretty good squad. Actually, he did say because he's on the bye this week, man, actually put up 200 points. But
back up, running back for a fucking Brandon Marshall.
So clearly our pick is the guy who only needs 1 point.
Yeah.
To win.
And I think we'll get it.
Ventiocho.
Jules. Came out. So.
Alright, so, let me go ahead and hop right into my game. It's a big game for Miami Vengeance. They have him with a 2-point lead. They have him with a 2-point lead. I made 4 waiver wire transactions.
Pause.
10-1.
Yes, sir. Yes.
And you're up.
Yes.
Going into my game, Mainstream versus Miami Vengeance. CBS got hit Miami Vengeance with a 2-point lead. Now, this also goes back to your division, where no one out of that final spot really can afford to lose.
Let me just personally say this right now. I have a personal vendetta against Miami Vengeance. We don't even have to let it be known. You know the reason why? Because Miami Vengeance saw me today. We can't even be on cordial times with Miami Vengeance. And the thing about right now is I can call Miami Vengeance like the conspiracy theorist, the instigator, the collusion brother, anything. I think everything and anything that is wrong in this league, it starts and it ends with Miami Vengeance. Because the man thinks is more than exactly what it is. The guy, I don't think the guy has made a playoffs in his career. In his career,
he made it last.
Even if he made it last, I don't even respect the man.
His average score was about 80 points.
I don't even respect the man's score. The best guy on that man's team in Ahmad Bradshaw, he couldn't draft him. He had to get him from me.
Wow. And
now the man just fumbled his job away. Now he's gonna be Brandon Jacobs. Malcolm Floyd. He's got a hammy issue. I don't even know what he's gonna do right now. And then you look at everybody else in the squad, and I'm just like not impressed. Ronnie Brown, I don't know. I think everybody in Miami averages less than like 40 yards again, so he's not gonna do much. Matt Forte, okay, he had a good game last time, 97 yards on the TD, but that offense is Jay Cutler and him throwing the ball. So I just don't outside of Aaron Rodgers, who had 4 TDs last week, I don't see anything wrong with I don't respect the man's team at all. And because of that, it just I can't put him over math. And like I said, I pick Miami Vengeance to be the odd man out in that playoff picture. So I don't see him winning, 2 out of the next 3 games. I mean, I don't see him winning the next, 2 games. So he's either going to lose this week or lose next week. I think he's more likely to lose this week. So whoever Miami Vengeance is picking is what I'm picking for the next 2 weeks. It doesn't matter who it is.
So you actually,
even if it's Paulie, or even if it's Cornell, who actually doesn't fill the squad, I still think, that person is going to beat Miami Vengeance.
So you're going ahead and you're going to actually pick me?
Yes, sir. Most definitely.
Okay.
Let me ask you, you have the Mike Vick factor going, so I'm picking, I'm picking, Mike Vick is probably going to, like I said, let's do it this way. If you can do it right now before the trade deadline, I would tell you to give Mike Vick to Miami Vengeance and just tell him to give him all your squad. I think it would just work better for him that way. That's just like I said, remember right now, every single thing that I utter out of my mouth, it's my personal opinion, my thought. It is not the opinion of smack talkers. It's not the opinion of all the other league members. It's just my opinion and my thought. And please believe Miami Vengeance will put a spoof video of this because he likes to copycat people, And shout out to Dan though. Miami Vengeance popped all that smack against Dan and put the spoof video off. It was funny. And when he faced Dan,
Dan was actually in the video, right?
I don't, we don't know. Like I said, he's a conspiracy theorist. So we don't know whether Dan was in the video or not in the video. The person was in a hoodie. And you know what Dan did to him when they played together? He did not beat him. He whooped his ass. There's a difference when you beat somebody. There's a difference when you whoop somebody's ass. When you whoop somebody's ass, it means you took him to school, And I think we've all been out of school for a while now. But somebody took somebody back to school, Shout out to Dan, though. Arian Foster, LaShawn McCoy, and Peyton Manning.
I'm still upset. I traded Arian Foster to Dan at the draft.
And you know what? Shout out to Dan. That's the man without a face, because we still don't know what he looks like.
I don't know if he's real. I don't know if
we don't even know whether he's real. The man was phoning. The man was phoning his draft.
I've never met him.
The man was phoning his draft picks in while we were at the draft. Nobody still knows what he is. I contact him on BBM all the time, and he doesn't. His BBM doesn't even have a picture. He just has his name, Daniel.
I can't find him on Facebook.
And then he has an 856 area code number, which is like South Jersey, like. Williamstown and Cinnamon Sin somewhere. So we don't even know if the man actually exists. And that was also the same man that told me that he could not log onto our website at work because
they were watching.
No, because the website says we love head. No. How do you justify to your employer logging onto a league that says we love head? Like, you know, unless you want to get fired, you know, you might do that.
So you know, shout out to the person that we think is Dan.
Like, we think it's Dan, wherever that is.
Wherever you are.
I hope if you actually do win some money, you're gonna show up and then somebody can give you some money. We might have to wire it to, like, you know, the Bahamas or the Cayman Islands somewhere, you know, because we don't even know where they exist. But anyway, back to the point. Picking whoever Miami Vengeance is facing, because I just think Miami Vengeance will lose. So shout out to Mainstream.
So, you know, he agrees with me, and my pick is
Mainstream.
Myself.
Yes, most definitely.
Let's hop into your game.
Yes, sir.
You're playing
Mr. Dan, aka System.
You're playing the System. Now, the System started off real strong. We're still trying to figure out if he exists or not.
Yes.
But you know, he has a good squad. He's a good squad.
And I respect the man's squad, like I said. But
it could be man, female, child. I don't know. The person we respect.
We respect whoever the system is.
But listen, let's not, you know, shout out for being on the show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
but
sir.
I'm not gonna soup it up. I'm just gonna state the facts. I'm a facts type of guy.
Okay.
This is the champion of last year. This is a guy whose current record is 10-1.
Yes, sir. Yes.
And you're up there with an average weekly scoring points, up there with Big Bullies, Menetroy, yourself.
Fact.
With about anywhere from 130 plus.
Yes.
And the System has shown flashes of it, but it hasn't been consistent. He sits in the division, also fighting for playoff ranking. My pick, get your popcorn ready.
Thank you, sir. I would just like to, you know, stick the facts like he said right now. #1 in the AFC versus #1 in the NFC. And no matter what happens, you know, like whatever, you know, I'm sure a lot of people have seen, okay, we did lose Akeem Nicks for 3 weeks right now, but we still feel a very, very strong squad. And this is a fact that has been proved, that has been said. Everybody plays their worst game against my squad.
True.
You can average 250 points, and if you wanna get a fact, it was the week that Menetroy was playing against me that Mike Vick went down. So some people say it's Magic, some people say it's Jazz, some people say whatever it is right now. But everybody, no matter how good your squad is, I respect your squad and everything. You always have your worst game.
You play good. You play good defense.
I just play good defense. That's just what it is right now. You can bust 200 points on anybody, but when you play against me, that's when you have like less than 100 points, and it's a fact. So it doesn't matter who I'm fielding. Shout out to Drew Brees. You know, you're gonna see what Drew Brees will do on Thursday. But it doesn't matter what it is. Whether they say that I'm gonna win by 20, I just win. You know, like T-Pain says, all we do is win, 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 win. There's a reason why we're 10-1. You know, so I don't even have to pick myself. I already know who's gonna win. So you just have to stay tuned on Monday to find out who is gonna win. And I believe it will be.
Other interesting facts is last year you were 13-2. Do you realize that?
I didn't. I just knew I just won. I just knew I won a lot of games. I don't know.
The closest person to you in this league is 8-3.
So I have a 2-game margin.
You can lose out and you're still gonna be in the same spot, pretty much.
You see, I was just busy on trying to get my waiver wire in on Tuesday. I wasn't even looking at my record.
So honestly, you're not even thinking about. You're already in the playoffs. You're in the playoffs, my friend.
Yeah, but
you're on vacation.
Nah, I'm not on vacation because I still want to whoop Dan's ass.
Okay.
It's just, you know, it would be nice, you know. Yeah, that's still the plan. We just, like Coach Bill Belichick said, 1 week at a time.
So, you know, very interesting this week. There's only been one game that we have not agreed on.
Yes.
The outcome. I took the underdog, Eat Face. You took, I don't remember. You took
Big Bulls. Really?
Okay, yeah. Okay. What do you think about the divisions, man? What do you think about my division?
Okay. Even though I was the one that suggested the way the division will be picked, for people that do not know, the even numbers, odd numbers will be in one division, the even numbers at the draft will be in one division. Every year, it always seems like the strongest squads is always in the AFC. Like, you know, you look at like the record between all the teams over there. You know, we have one team that's 10-1, we have one team that's 8-3, we have teams that are 7-5, 6-4, 4-6. And then I just look at like the NFC, and everybody is like 6-5. And I keep asking myself, what is going on? Because, you know, the only difference between #1 and #4 seed is just how many points they've scored. And it just seems like makes the league one-sided. So, and the thing right now is we're gonna what is happening is you're just letting all the big teams in the AFC just beat each other up, so that, you know, maybe a less strong team in the NFC is gonna eventually win.
I mean, it happens like that. It happens like that in the real world.
You know, like the two strongest teams in the league